Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into the intriguing world of Bigfoot, a creature steeped in mystery and folklore. Some claim sightings in dense forests, while others dismiss it as myth. What fuels our enduring fascination with Bigfoot? Is it a shared cultural belief, or perhaps a deeper psychological quest?
I think it's more than just rumors. Remember, stories of large, hairy creatures can be found across various cultures worldwide. For instance, the Yeti in the Himalayas is quite similar. Isn't it fascinating how such legends appear universally?
True, but let's not forget about the power of human imagination and the media's role. Movies and TV shows often romanticize Bigfoot, reinforcing its mythic status. Could this media portrayal actually shape our beliefs?
That's a valid point, Ryan. But isn't part of the allure the thrill of the unknown? The idea that there could be creatures we've yet to discover taps into our natural curiosity and desire for adventure. What if Bigfoot is an embodiment of that mystery?
Building on Sonia's point about the allure of the unknown, let's explore the origins of the Bigfoot myth. Ancient folklore across diverse cultures mentions similar creatures, suggesting a shared mythos. Do these tales reflect actual encounters, or are they metaphorical expressions of human fears and desires?
Well, many legends like Bigfoot have roots in indigenous stories, reflecting communities' deep connection with nature. Could these myths actually serve as cultural metaphors for environmental guardians, warning against disrupting nature?
That's an interesting approach, Guy. But let's flip it. Might these tales also arise from misunderstandings of natural phenomena or fear of the wilderness? Our ancestors were less equipped to explain the unknown, perhaps conjuring Bigfoot as a personification of these mysteries.
That's certainly possible, but don't these stories also reflect our enduring fascination with uncovering truths hidden from plain sight? It's like every mention of Bigfoot beckons us to investigate further, to peer behind the veil. Could it be a call to deeper understanding rather than fear?
As we delve into the evidence for Bigfoot, it's essential to consider both tangible and intangible resources. From footprints to strange sounds in the woods, how do we differentiate between authentic evidence and mere speculation?
Let's think about recorded sounds repeatedly made by Bigfoot. Could these vocalizations provide clues, or are they misinterpretations of native wildlife? It's curious how such evidence can be both compelling and elusive.
Those sounds might be intriguing, Guy. But how about photographic evidence? There are numerous blurry photos and videos claimed to show Bigfoot. Could the ambiguity itself be a part of what keeps the mystery alive?
Blurry images do provoke curiosity, but what about eyewitness accounts? Are these tales credible contributions to Bigfoot's lore, or are they embellished stories influenced by cultural narratives?
As we consider these elements, we must recognize that some seek definitive conclusions, while others thrive on the mystery. Does the enduring debate about Bigfoot suggest it's more than just evidence, perhaps a reflection of our desire to explore the unknown? Moving from folklore to a scientific lens, let's consider how experts approach the Bigfoot phenomenon. Scientists often rely on empirical evidence, so how do they interpret the many tales and artifacts associated with Bigfoot? Is it possible that the scientific community's skepticism might actually fuel our fascination by leaving questions unanswered?
That's a good point, Michelle. Most scientists see Bigfoot as a collection of misidentifications or hoaxes. But isn't the sheer volume of reports worth investigating further? Could there be unknown species we've yet to identify? Nature often surprises us, after all.
It's easy to dismiss Bigfoot as fantasy, but isn't history full of creatures once deemed mythical that turned out to be real, like the giant squid? If these stories push science to explore the unexplained, isn't that valuable? Could Bigfoot drive scientific curiosity?
Exactly, Ryan. Even if Bigfoot doesn't exist, the pursuit isn't pointless. It drives innovation in forensic analysis and environmental technologies. Perhaps the search represents our enduring quest for knowledge and belonging within nature's vast mysteries.
Transitioning into skeptical viewpoints, it's interesting to consider why not everyone is convinced by the Bigfoot phenomena. Are skeptics simply too focused on scientific proof, or does their doubt reveal broader insights about human behavior in the face of mystery?
Skeptics often emphasize the lack of concrete evidence. Yet, Isn't ignoring eyewitness accounts and cultural stories a dismissal of human experience? What if these stories hold truths beyond empirical data?
True, Guy, but consider Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is often the correct one. Isn't it more plausible that our brains create patterns or stories from sounds or movement in the wild rather than believing in a hidden creature?
While skepticism is valid, it can also limit possibilities. Remember when the gorilla was considered a myth until discovered? Shouldn't we remain open to reevaluating all boundaries? What if Bigfoot is a reminder that mystery persists even in our scientific age?
The contrasting beliefs around Bigfoot invite deeper reflection. Do these debates highlight our desire to cling to what we can prove and understand, or uncover the mysteries in our vast world, igniting the thrill of possibility? As the conversation about scientific inquiry into Bigfoot evolves, let's shift our focus to Bigfoot's role in popular culture and media. How do these portrayals shape public perception? Is it art imitating life, or vice versa?
Media has amplified Bigfoot from local legend to global icon. Remember the famous Patterson-Gimlin film? It set a visual standard for Bigfoot that cemented its place in pop culture. Could this be a case where a single portrayal has a disproportionate impact?
It's fascinating how movies and TV shows use Bigfoot as a character to explore deeper themes such as mystery or fear of the unknown. Could such entertainment subconsciously influence societal fears or curiosity? Does Bigfoot, real or not, teach us something about ourselves?
Absolutely, Ryan. Bigfoot's presence in media often invites us to consider the line between facts and fiction. It explores themes of wonder and skepticism. Is it possible that our fascination with Bigfoot is a reflection of our inner desire to believe in something beyond the ordinary?
Transitioning to the psychological and sociological aspects, let's think about why Bigfoot intrigues us so deeply. Is it an archetype in our collective psyche, perhaps representing a part of ourselves that longs for mystery and connection with the wild?
That's fascinating, Michelle. Bigfoot might symbolize our primal instincts, a metaphor for humanity's innate link to nature and the wilderness elements we often suppress in urban society. Could this longing fuel our interest?
But it's not just about reconnecting, it's also escapism, isn't it? Believing in Bigfoot might be an antidote to our hyper-rational world, offering a break from reality. Could this reflect a societal yearning for mystery and predictable lives?
Absolutely, Ryan. And don't forget the community aspect. Bigfoot believers find camaraderie in shared stories. Is it possible that these legends serve a social function, uniting people through collective imagination?
Building on our exploration of popular culture, let's delve into Bigfoot's economic impact. How does this myth, whether believed as fact or fiction, drive local economies and transform regions into tourist hotspots?
It's incredible how Bigfoot tourism boosts local economies. Festivals, museums, and guided tours draw enthusiasts from all over. Could this be an example of storytelling sparking economic vitality?
Still, some might argue it's a gamble on myth. Does Bigfoot tourism sustain long-term interest or risk becoming a novelty? What happens to these regions if the intrigue wanes?
While that's valid, think of it as a catalyst for community development and cultural preservation. Could these gatherings create deeper connections among residents, fostering a sense of pride in local traditions and folklore?
As we weigh Bigfoot's economic influences, it invites a broader reflection. Does the legend persist as a cultural and economic phenomenon because it fulfills a human need to believe in the extraordinary and support vibrant communities? As we draw to a close, the myth of Bigfoot leaves us with several questions. Does the persistence of this legend highlight our unending curiosity for the unknown, or is it a testament to our need for narrative and connection?
Maybe it's both, Michelle. Bigfoot embodies the mysteries of nature and our desire to belong to something larger, whether through belief or community. Could this myth ultimately teach us about drawing strength from shared stories?
Exactly, Guy. And as we ponder unresolved questions, could they symbolize our acceptance of ambiguity in life? Perhaps Bigfoot reflects our ongoing quest for truth amidst uncertainty, a pursuit that never truly ends.
So true, Ryan. The Bigfoot narrative might be less about finding definitive proof and more about embracing the journey of exploration itself, fostering a spirit of discovery and wonder in every search.